This is how Armani turned Hollywood into Armaniwood without directing a single film. 80's Excess Part 55. Did you know Armani the man didn't make Armani the brand until he was 41 years old? 41. Okay, you want to come here? This is my 17-year-old Chewini Doug. Okay. Of course, it made him a billionaire many times over and one of the most iconic designers in the world, but no one, not a single person outside of his immediate world, knew who Armani was when he was 40 years old. So if you're waiting for the sign to launch your idea, look at us. We're very serious about this. You should start it, you beautiful self-conscious girl or gay. Start it. In 1975, Sergio, Giorgio's boyfriend, convinced him to launch the line by, in part, selling Giorgio's Volkswagen Beetle for $10,000. Armani focused solely on the design. Ooh! Bless you. And Sergio handled the business. It was an immediate success, and by the end of the 80's was generating hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. I think most people would agree that a big part of Armani's success was zigging where fashion zagged. When the 80's were shouting neon, Armani was whispering grayish. During the height of shoulder pads and power suits, Armani's biggest breakthrough was the unstructured jacket, where he ripped everything out of the suit, dropped the lapels, changed the buttons, and made his own signature suit. If you wanted to look successful in the 80's, you wore Armani. Hollywood became, in effect, Armaniwood, and his work showed up everywhere. His costume design in American Gigolo changed everything, both for him and the fashion landscape at large. Fittingly, Lauren Hutton and Richard Gere were seated together at Armani's final show. And then there was Kevin Costner in The Untouchables, and I know we don't like him anymore, but what a little snack. Also, Goodfellas in 1990, the same year director Martin Scorsese released his short documentary on Armani. When Sergio passed away in 1985 from AIDS complications, Armani was forced to head the business in a way he'd never expected. Ultimately, though, it was his relentless precision that made Armani, both the man and the company, into the multi-billion-dollar machine it is today. He once said, "A model who puts her hands on her hips can kill the whole atmosphere of a show." And that reminded me that at the Armani Museum, Armani designed everything down to the sugar cubes and what the security guards wore. I don't even think Armani's legacy is about the clothes as much as the world that he redesigned around them.